G'day guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new episode. Unfortunately, this week hasn't been going so well. So the past 2 days it's been raining, but that's okay. As long as it puts out the fires, I'm happy with that. But the problem is, I'm sitting in the S14, pretty much spending a lot of time here and there, just doing some maintenance, getting it ready for Keep a Read. And then what happens? The event is postponed. Calder Park is doing some maintenance. Apparently they haven't done maintenance in like 30 years, so let's see what happens. But it's so shit. Like, I wanted to drive this car so bad. Like, I love driving, I miss drifting, I miss hitting boost, I miss just flogging the shit out of my cars. And look what happened to my R33. I'm going to talk about it a lot further on in the video, but for now I'll just quickly show you. This part right here is the clutch slave. Look how far it extended. This is a HFM clutch slave. So two of my mates told me that the same shit happened to them, that their clutch fork ended up bending because this clutch slave pushed out too far, end up going as far as it can, and see the crack there? You'll see later on in the video why there's a crack. I can't believe this part just costed me getting my car tuned. So what I want to say is, don't buy HFM slaves. They're pretty shit. So sorry to the company. Actually not sorry, because this just slowed down my process of the build, slowed me down from getting my tune, all because of one little part like this ruined my whole build. The whole entire build of putting my motor together has been going so fine. Dropped the motor in myself, pretty much did a lot of work to my car, and the one thing that I held last was the clutch slave. So yeah, if you're going to get a clutch slave, get OEM. I should have done that. I should have just got an OEM replacement. 4 people now have told me get OEM clutch slave. And because we've got the stock MAF and stock injectors, what I'm going to do is, I was hoping to do this event so that way I can thrash the hell out of this car and then take like a couple of months of break to fix this up. So I'm going to chuck in some side feed injectors. So I think Denso 555 cc's I've got. And then with the MAF, I was going to go with the GTR 35 MAF. And then maybe change the clutch, or just get it tuned, see what happens. Make a bit more power, just with a more reliable setup, because you know these injectors are pretty much maxed out. The airflow meter's maxed out at 15 psi, which is what it's running. I'm gonna change the fuel filter. I'm gonna change all the fuel hoses because they're a bit crackly. Crackly, is that even a word? You know, they're cracking a little here and there. Alright, now that you guys are seeing what's going on with the S14, I'll show you guys a few clips of what happened with the R33, and then we're gonna go dose the S14 around, so enjoy these clips. The lift has calmed down, so there's no more ticking noise. Smooth. Alright, let's rev it up. We won't rev it too much, just a little bit of revs. Maybe I'll put the camera back there actually. Smoke before from the exhaust, that's because the motor was cold. Check it now. No smoke. I just want to show you guys what I've done to my clutch line. I've put a GK Tech braided clutch line in, and I'll show you guys that right now. Look at it come under. Alright. So I got a new clutch slave. This is a bigger bore one. So this is 15 by 16. A lot bigger than OEM. And I've also updated my clutch line. So this is the GK Tech braided clutch line. So you can see GK Tech. And what you want to do is, see this screw here? It's a 10 mil, you undo it from there, don't undo it from here. So undo it from here, loosen this out, and you can be able to take this out, and then loosen this here, it's a 14 mil. And what you do is you install this side first. So don't install this side first, or else you won't be able to put this side on first, because this doesn't turn freely. So once you lock this into place, we can put this in here. So yeah, that's the GK Tech braided clutch line. Look how clean my gearbox looks. A bit of cleaning and some repainting, and that looks fresh. So you're not going to believe what happened. Alright, let me run it down quickly what happened with the clutch slave. Look at this. I'm pretty sure you can tell what's going on. Put a photo on the screen. Look at this shit. This is my new one. It's a bigger bore. It's bigger than the OEM one. And me and my mate Josh, this is his Instagram. If you guys don't remember, he had the Toyota Crown and then he sold it and got an S14 Silvia. Good choice, Josh. And this is his Instagram. And he helped me out so much. Like, he was pumping the pedal. We took turns, you know, to pumping the pedal, checking the air in the vacuum line. So when we bleed the valve from the master, I can't believe it. All the fluid came out clear. Cool. We did the slave. Cool. And we're wondering why my clutch isn't working. We're pressing the clutch. It's just getting stuck to the floor and not coming back. And then we realize there's another line. It's the damper line. So like, oh my god. So we bled that. And the pedal was starting to feel better, but it was starting to get dark. We couldn't really see that much. We don't have that much lighting around here, which sucks. But anyway, the next day, a mate Mark of mine came over, and this is his Instagram. He's got a bunch of cars, so make sure to check that out. He came over and helped me bleed the clutch line. So basically, when we were doing it, we started to get more feel in the pedal. The pedal was coming back out. And we're like, yes, the pedal's coming back out, sick. And I could even see the clutch fork pushing the slave back in. And as you see in the photo, this piston part extended way too far. And what happened was, because it extended so far, he goes to me, hey man, the pedal feels sick. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, sick, the cylinder slave's working pretty good, it's pushing out. Then I get in it, put my foot down to the clutch, to the floor, and then all of a sudden, the clutch is not coming back out. I'm like, what the fuck? So we look under my car, and then that was the result. We found this part extended so far, it bent my clutch fork, popped the pin off the pivot, so there's a ball pivot where the clutch fork rests on, and there's a spring, so that way it pulls it towards the slave. And because that pin popped off, do you know what that means? We have to get the gearbox out just to replace the pin. So what we're going to do is, now I've rented a trailer. My mate Josh is coming over. We're going to chuck the Skyline on the trailer. We're going to take it to his mate's shop. Luckily he goes, yeah, I'm cool to fix it, so that's awesome. I honestly, guys, I'd like to fix this in my driveway, but taking out a gearbox with such little room and not enough space on the floor, it's just a pain in the ass to work under a car. Especially, you guys have seen me work on the S14, the R33. I've done so much work. I really don't want to take out the gearbox on the floor. So he's going to chuck it up on the hoist, and he's going to inspect everything to see how much damage is done. Hopefully the clutch is okay. But yeah, we're going to replace the pins, replace the clutch fork, and then finally go for a test drive, and then finally, double finally, get it tuned already. So hopefully everything goes a-okay, and then we can get the car on the road, check everything on the Heltec. If everything's all good, straight to the dyno, get it tuned, make some numbers, dump that clutch, go sideways, hit boost, go fast through the mountains. All crazy shit's gonna come if this car runs correctly soon. Show you guys what's happening with my S14. I'm gonna keep it January 24th, so I gotta make sure everything's okay. Everything is pretty much 100%. I just gotta worry about front wheels. I don't know what front wheels to get yet, because I gotta get work wheels for this, for the front wheels, and then a set of work wheels for that. So that's like a lot of money right there. Then I'm gonna get full camber arms on the R33, full camber arms on the S14, Heltec screen, reinstall the gauges on this. So it's a lot of money, a lot of work involved. And another thing that sucks, I'm such an idiot. When I went to the last drift event, I should have checked the harness. Check this out. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. My tire slightly ate the wire. Luckily it didn't penetrate too much damage. It just, you know, took the surface off the rubber wiring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up that, re-electrical duct tape it, and then I'm gonna take this off, because then I'm gonna grab the wiring, and then I'm gonna chuck it up somewhere higher. I don't know if you guys can see that, because I got the fender on. Just gonna take it off, chuck it somewhere up here, so that way when I chuck the 17-inch wheels on, they won't be eating the wire. It's eaten there, it's eaten here. Even the cable for the bonnet has been eaten just here. Luckily that doesn't really matter. It's just a big solid wire. So what we're gonna do is disconnect it from here, disconnect it from there, and somehow put it here and run it along up here. So I've got this spot here, so I can put this up here, and what I can do is I can grab a zip tie and zip tie it up there. What I've done is just grabbed a bunch of zip ties and pretty much hovered it up above the wheel arch, so there you can see. Here it looks like it's a problem, but you gotta remember I've got coilover, so the car won't bounce that much. So I don't think the wheel is going to bounce from there to there. Plus I have lower tire profiles in the 17-inch rims I'm going to be running on this, so it's going to be sitting a bit lower than this tread is. But I don't think this is going to be a problem because it's a pretty big gap, man. It's like saying this is going to hit this basically. So hopefully that's alright. So yeah, this is pretty sick. This is all nice and tucked up now out of the way, and the tire won't eat the wiring in here. Everything is pretty much tuned. All the oils and fluids are all good, so I don't have to worry about any of that. The diff is fine, so I can't wait to go out to the track in this again. And hopefully don't run into the stupid throttle problem that I had. I had to bang up my bonnet with a hammer so that there's clearance with the throttle, so hopefully that's okay. So I've just turned the tire the other way and we're golden, man. Check out the gap. That's a pretty big gap. Alright, we've got the panel back on. Harness up there looks pretty sick, nice and tucked. You can't see that because it's all dark, but take my word for it, it looks good. I've painted it black right now because that way I'm going to take it for a test drive later. I'm going to thrash it around some corners, hit some boost, come back and make sure that there's no more scratching. I'll find a nice corner and just chuck it, so that way when the engine tilts, see if this goes up a little higher, it might end up hitting this. So hopefully it doesn't scratch the bonnet and we're golden. Sorry about the wind noise. So after some further inspections, boosting around, no scratch marks in the black paint. So that means that this is clearing now, so we're gonna have no issues on the track. But then again, I didn't full send it to like shift its body weight too far, because when you shift the body really far to the side, the engine tilts. So this side might tilt up a bit and might hit, but I'm gonna bring a hammer with me to the track anyway, just in case it does end up hitting on here. And I just hit the bonnet up higher. I don't give a shit, it's just a drift car, it's not. So when I get my R33 back, I'm going to organize a meet, so it's going to be sick. We're going to do a nice cruise through the hills, get some nice videos and photos, and it should be a mad day. The ones that don't know, there are Clutch Kick Junkies stickers on the Clutch Kick Junkies Big Cartel, so make sure to hit up Big Cartel Clutch Kick Junkies and you can get yourself a CKJ sticker. Thank you guys so much for the awesome support. I can't wait to show you guys more with the R33. Hopefully I get it back really soon, then go get it tuned and we can have some fun again. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below, and if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Catch you guys later.